Mr. Goldman. I'm glad to see you. However, we were supposed to meet at my home days ago. Not this place. This sketchy hotel you brought me to. You never showed, called or sent a text.
Forgive me.
I don't like losing beauty sleep. Or made to feel foolish.
First and foremost, did you run the reports with Diane? Insert the new figures? She is rusty since her 1-month leave of absence. There's nothing more important than getting these affairs in order.
Yes. It's never a question. I'm always on it and doing what is asked of me. Of course.
Good.
By the way, when you return to the office, you'll see your father's called and left numerous messages.
It's time to pay his medical bills again. It's the only time he reaches out.
I see. Well. Anyway, as far as you and I know what I signed up for. I've been feeling undecided lately.
Valencia. Do you realize what I'm facing?
If we're going to do this. All this sneaking around your wife's back. I need a little respect.
Do you hear yourself? Or perhaps you didn't get enough sleep last night either. You work for me. And Goldman Oil.
I'm aware.
Not the other way around.
I understand.
You are not in position to give orders, commands, instructions, or dictate what will happen next.
I'm in charge of my body, Richard.
I'm not forcing you to do anything you don't want.
You sound creepy saying that, Richard. I'm a grown woman.
Yes, you are.
You're using a condescending tone. It's disrespectful.
You like your job?
Which one?
The one I pay you for outside of the bedroom.
You bastard.
Are you sure you want to use inappropriate language with me?
The $10,000 in cash you sent with more flowers has me quite secure.
I'm a firm believer in compensating valued employees.
Is it hush money or you really care about where you and I are going? You're not going to fire me, Richard. Drop the charade. You need me. And I know too much.
Don't be so sure.
You're under a federal investigation. It could cost you everything. Sacrifices you made your entire life. For obvious reasons, both of us had frustrations we had to cleanse ourselves of.
Fair statement.
No man has ever made love to my body like that before.
Love?
Relax.
You're a beautiful, smart woman. I enjoy spending time with you. But you have to keep your emotions in check.
Do you say these kinds of things to Jasmine?
You and my wife are two different people.
It's no big deal now, is it, Richard? If my pussy's good enough to stick your massive dick into, it's good enough to answer my question.
Damn.
Excuse me.
You shall know how to turn a man on again. Don't ruin a great fuck with questions.
Just remember who and what I am to you.
See you 8 a.m. sharp. No later.
Lauren, over here. Glad you could make it.
Hello, Madeline. Sorry I'm late.
It's fine. I've had a few. I'm starving. Let's sit at a booth.
That makes 2 of us. Sure. I'm ready when you are.
You know what they say. You rent drinks. You don't buy them.
A very interesting assessment of viewing intoxication. Handle business.
We're just getting started.
We'll sit here.
Yes. That booth you chose is fine. Never fails whenever I'm out. Andrew rings my phone until the cell towers catch on fire.
He should know his wife's in good hands. He and David are out socializing for work, stroking potential new clients.
One would hope there's more work than play. Andrew's aware I'm not the type to play games with, if you know what I mean.
Those drinks you had have really kicked in. Our food's getting cold. Let's eat.
You have to believe me. I saw it. I was there, Lauren. I know these folks.
Are you serious?
This man's a preacher and a geologist who worked in remote areas of Alaska.
That place is only accessible by helicopter.
Yes, it is. Andrew and I went there once for an anniversary. His idea, of course. Never mind being in constant danger of being mauled and eaten by a wild 500-pound grizzly.
Fair to say. But this guy was a family man.
This low-down despicable rat of a husband trades her in for a new 16-year-old trophy wife.
What a shame. And you say he has a lot of women on the side. I can't someone right now please, I just need a moment.
Tell me about it. He might have a lot of women, but trust they leave in droves. Grapevine has it he's inadequate by far in the moving hips area while doing the horizontal hokey pokey.
Wow. You're too much.
He gives his best to other people, not his flesh and blood.
A very sorry excuse for a man.
Completely. I gave him a big fat no when he asked if he could partner with us. Get off it, man. Never in your wildest dreams.
The type of business we're in is about integrity, style and ethics. His moves don't coincide with ours.
Absolutely.
No wonder David ignored his calls. Must have been after your interaction with him.
Likely. He trashed us around town. But the people know who to believe.
Our reputation speaks for itself.
2 philosophies to live by. Don't hate on no one.
And don't wait on anyone.
I've obviously recited this more than once.
You have. How's your daughter Helen?
She's well. Still operating her medical practice by day and being her high-strung, funny, intelligent self at night.
That's good.
I suppose. After the death of her husband, she hasn't been interested in anyone. She's solely concentrated on getting new business ventures off the ground.
I see.
Being your own boss is first. That's what her father and I taught her.
It's a blessing he and Andrew get along.
I'm fortunate. I'm so proud of her I can hardly contain it sometimes.
Of course. She's exceptional.
She phones me every night because she lives alone. I don't want her to end up by herself.
She won't. Give her more time. Long as she leads a healthy, productive, lucrative life. There's no harm for right now.
Yeah, well, time's ticking.
I'm reading this novel David's doctor gave to him. It's pretty good. It's great actually. It's a sharp psychological thriller. Her work reminds me of a novelist I adore by the name of Sparkle T.
Yes, I have a few of her books. I bought digital copies online.
Phenomenal writer, absolutely. Anyway.
Is there something wrong?
No. It's nothing.
You can tell me.
I'm fine, Madeline. Thank you.
Sure. Well, funny thing. There's a detective down at the precinct who's totally and completely delusional.
I've heard.
Andrew, my daughter, we all experience this out-of-touch crazy man. I couldn't believe it. I'll cover the check. Let's go home.
Thank you.
No problem.
Mrs. Dumas. What can we do for you today?
Well, you have a lovely office.
Thank you.
The entire property's amazing.
Yes, it is. Interesting enough. Meetings are held 6 months in advance to be sure our flower gardens and trees are vibrant and immaculate.
It shows.
I do apologize. Well, you're a busy woman, am I correct?
Very.
I'm sure you didn't come all this way to discuss decor and landscape.
No. I didn't. It's just I want to make sure my daughter Taylor has a good experience here.
Naturally.
Forgive me. I have a lot on my mind. Between my daughter, husband, and duties of our company, I feel I'm being stretched too thin.
I understand. I have a family of my own. I completely get where you're coming from.
Is Taylor adjusting?
From what I read in her file, her grades aren't raising any flags. She interacts with faculty and students wonderfully.
Great. Does she, well, talk to herself? Like full-blown conversations?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Dumas. I'm not able to verify that inquiry. 85% of my time spent within the confines of these 4 walls.
Sure.
She's a model student. You don't have to worry. Not yet anyway.
Excuse me. What's that supposed to mean?
Well, your daughter's an adult. She gave consent to us to discuss her academic progress with you. If I may speak freely on her behalf. Sometimes there are mental adverse effects on students when their parents' lives are splashed across the nightly news. I don't mean to be judgmental. It's not a good thing for her.
Let me stop you right there. You're out of line.
Am I?
I do a lot for many communities. Not just my own.
You raised millions for cancer charities around the world.
That's right. My background consists of a list of prestigious titles you couldn't possibly comprehend.
I didn't mean to upset you. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot of work to do.
I'd like to keep this meeting between us. Taylor doesn't have to know about this.
You look familiar.
Do I?
Yes.
One should always take the opportunity to look at Mother Nature's incredible beauty.
I don't get to do it much. It's difficult to smell roses when the world's full of crime and chaos.
We were fortunate to ride a train with no people.
I thought it was strange. But I guess it's a welcoming aspect to the trip I'm taking.
Well, on another note, I feel safer they've asked those who are licensed to carry to check their weapons into a safe deposit.
I wasn't happy about it, but they obviously felt it was necessary.
Do you enjoy your family?
Excuse me?
Your family, Chief. Do you enjoy them?
Of course. Yes, I do.
I love mine as well. I would never, under any circumstance, put them in harm's way. Is there something wrong?
Are you implying I don't protect my family? Wait. You're the guy from the nightly news who's in cahoots with Richard Goldman, aren't you?
Remember, there's no assistance here if you should need medical attention.
You're going to kill me. Right?
Your fate's something you will not be able to change.
No. Whatever Richard's paying you, I'll double it.
It's not about money.